So I have something a little bit bizarre that I'll go through before we get to the Reddit segment. So I mentioned that I was supposed to talk to Cardposting, and then he said he was too busy to do an interview. Like, okay. He then joined the Kiwi Farms after posting a video saying, "Can Kiwi Farms ever be good? I'll go in." So I've not read this, but he's had some back and forth with the community over the last week. And I have been informed that this has ended poorly for him. Probably not in the way you're thinking, but I'm not quite sure what to expect. So Cardposting says, "Hello there, this is Card. I am signing up to use this website in some capacity. I will fully explain my rationale behind this decision and prove this account is really me in the next proper video I upload to my YouTube page." So he posted the video, "Can Kiwi Farms ever be good? I'll go in." And it has a picture of the slobber mutt from WikiHow saying, "Step 1, approach the dog carefully," which is a very choice thumbnail. Quite Kino indeed, actually. Your source says, "Hi, Card, welcome to the farms. If anyone acts like a dumb neighbor fage towards you, just let me know so I can bully them." I'll just skip to the highlights. "What is your professional opinion of Rupert the cat?" For reference, and there's a picture of a very cute kitten. I'm not sure what Card's response to that is. Let's skip through the highlights here. "No better hide the secret MLP board before Cardposting finds out. That's not any worse than the public VTuber board, I assure you." HackerX says, "Welcome to the Ciabatta zone. You think someone like you would be disliked here by every known metric. That doesn't seem to be the case. I can only speak for myself, but the vibe I'm getting is people appreciate how you're inarguably and authentically you." It's kind of gay. Suck no ass. Okay, he says, "Hello everyone. I'm sure you've realized I'm here and most likely saw my most recent video. Well, it's true. I've been interested in seeing firsthand for myself what Kiwi Farms is like and seeing if there are any redeeming qualities whatsoever, contrary to the mainstream perception of it as an unambiguously evil doxing site. Further, I may end up using the site in some capacity as I work towards putting together something of an expose on Jason Thorhall, even Cardposting, getting in on dunking on pirate software. You'd love to see it, folks. As I believe has unfortunately been made necessary by recent events, he feels the call. He sees the card signal up in the sky. He's like, yeah, all these YouTubers with million subscribers that have called him out, they need me. They need me to. It's like the straw that breaks the camel's back. Once the Cardposting video comes out, it's over for this motherfucker. I didn't come here to get into a big argument, although I may be open to answering some central questions. Furthermore, Josh Woman never got back to me after my response to his original email with him concerning finding a time to a hypothetical chat. He sent me a message saying that he was too busy. I didn't follow up with it because that was his message. That was his response. I didn't realize that my response was expected. Oh, his Pirate Software and Postal 2. Oh, it was the video of Pirate Software. He posted the Kiwi Farms video of Pirate Software getting blown to fucking pieces by a shotgun in Postal 2. And then it's surprised that he got a fucking violation for that. Like, yeah, there's a reason why I didn't post that on Twitter. That's pretty extreme. You're literally shooting him. Like, I understand it's in good favor, but yeah. A picture of Card dragging Jason to his death with a Warhammer. I know that people like Warhammer. You know what? Now I have a much better appreciation of Warhammer. I always kind of lumped Warhammer into anime shit, but now I see that Warhammer as a Western medium is literally infinitely better than anime in every conceivable fashion. I can't stand this faggot. With a very small handful of exceptions, Australians who put on American accents are the worst. Carl Jobs, Sydney Watson, Cardposting, all of them can go die in a fire. That's very mean. I've just uploaded the recording of a live stream where I talked more about my motive in looking into the Kiwi Farms, my plan for a Jason video, and primarily responding to the comments people left here about me in a few days. Let's get to it. Picture of Pirate Software being hanged by Cardposting with his butt cheeks as the mechanism to pull the rope. Very fascinating. Archive of his channel. Here's a hypothetical idea I'd like to throw around to anyone who doesn't like Jason Thorhall. I'll post here rather than on YouTube just in case. I'm hoping that there are big fans of the JTH Drama Hog. Carry this idea back to them. In the official Pirate Software Discord, there's a bunch of channels hidden from regular public view. One of these is essentially a coordinated report button abuse chat room, lorded over by Hall himself. Oh. Oh. No access for that. So it's a hidden channel, and someone linked the hidden channel message like, hey guys, report this video of Pirate Software getting blown to fucking pieces by a shotgun in Postal 2. And then they're like, whoa, buddy, don't talk about that in public. You have to keep that to the special secret channel where we mass report videos. So he's done an exposure here. I will even postmark this because this is important stuff here, chat. Okay. People reported this post, by the way, because he was asking for people like to coordinate to like put bounties out and information by him, and guys are like, that's kind of gay. Do your own work. No trolling plans. Autistic internet shit will never amount to real world consequences for anyone with a spine. Get threatened online is a meme. Get defamed online is a meme. Debanking is a meme for 99% of people. And a modicum of self-sufficiency is a cure to the 1% affected by it. If anything, you seem like the painfully naive one. Your entire worldview seems to stem from a fear of what other people might do to you. You conceive of yourself as merely something to be acted upon by others. Well, buddy, when you can't make any money, you're a little bit fucked. You seem like the type of person content to pay rent. So he owns his shed. He doesn't pay rent for the shed. He owns it outright. That's why he lives in a shed, because that's what he afforded. I see. I can respect that. Even if the banking was orders of magnitude more likely to happen to any given person than it really is, being denied the ability to maintain a bank account does not mean being entirely cut off from economic life. It effectively is that. If you think otherwise, you've already lost, and your loss is entirely self-inflicted. Enough self-sufficiency, work ethic, and disregard for the opinions of others will, in practice, shield you from all the worst consequences the corporate powers that be can ever throw at you under capitalism. I disagree. I feel like I'm pretty self-sufficient, and I work pretty hard to keep my site up, but I am still profoundly negatively impacted by not being able to process credit cards. And then people did not respond positively to that and said, it's impressive how quickly you've thrown away the goodwill users have shown towards you. Please continue to double down. Insane locale behavior, dude. This is what I had set aside. He says, one last thing for the good of the people in the thread. Here's a glowing Steam review of Fap Queen, written by Card himself after 4.5 hours of playtime, blushing face, dated from 2019. So this is a Steam review from Card, which means I have to read this in his voice, I guess. Fap Queen belongs to a genre of game which, prior to playing, I was admittedly unfamiliar with. However, I feel it is still possible to review it for what it is, as an experience, without having been spoiled by what a game in the same genre could potentially do with larger production values. Fap Queen explains its concept with a brief tutorial. The player is expected to do little else in the game, then occasionally choose a response to on-screen prompts and to, describing this euphemistically in a Steam-friendly way, do the thing they downloaded this game for, to a metronome beat. The metronome system comprises the bulk of the gameplay, only to be broken up by little vignette scenes with 3 characters. The titular queen, very, very punny, very punny. The titular queen, an aloof Egyptian empress, and a patronizing succubus, which are interspersed throughout the length of a roughly 20-minute game per session in order to control the pacing of the plot progression. Nevertheless, on a technical level, the game runs well, has no obvious major bugs, and the art of the on-screen woman is all consistently good, complex enough to look appealing, if you're into 2D jigs, that is, while retaining a simple enough design to not come off as excessive. There's a roster of Steam achievements, not that it matters in this sort of thing, and it's entirely free, which is always a big plus. Conditionally recommended. That is like a review brought here review of a pornographic game where apparently you beat your schmeat to a beat. Very fascinating stuff. Can't wait for his next review. I want to see the video review of Fap Queen. I was cautioned against talking about Card on stream because people suspect he's just trying to get YouTube viewers, which is like, yeah, obviously, but it is what it is. So that's what Card's up to. He doesn't believe in debanking and believes that if you just decouple yourself enough from capitalism, you can enjoy free games like Fat Queen.
Thank you for watching this clip by Colonel J. This is the King of Bold here. Remember to like and subscribe. Juice!